So I am back and we're gonna try to finish up the video on me being in the psych ward. Yeah, let's get back into this. So I wrote some questions. I wrote some questions down so that I could answer them for you guys, so that I wouldn't forget like I did last time. First off, I'm going to talk about my condition, what I was diagnosed with, how long I've had it, and things like that. So I've been diagnosed with anxiety, severe depression, and borderline. So borderline personality is just like DID, but I only have one other personality. It's not as dramatic as DID, and it's not as detrimental. Like I remember things. Just I have two split personalities and they are different. I'm so sorry. So I created my personality to help me cope with that. So with that being said, Chantél was born way before I became Whitney Chantél. She was there in a way that protected me from myself. I'm not gonna get too into detail with that. Unless you guys really want me to, then I will, but I just wanted to explain that. I am not currently on medicine. I was asked if I wanted to be on medicine and I said no. I've seen what medicine does to people, and I just didn't want those effects to be on me. I already deal with a lot of mental stuff. I didn't want to have to rely on medicine, so that's why I chose not to. I have it from childhood traumas and things that have happened to me when I was younger, never properly coping or talking to anybody with it, and yeah, never talking to anybody about it, and yeah, so that my diagnosis has on me is basically sometimes it's really hard for me to be motivated about music or anything of that sort. I will spend months on this couch eating ice cream. I will be motivated for something, like I'll have spurts of motivation and then they'll go away. And then I'm also an empath, so with having depression and anxiety and this personality thing, and then being an empath on top of that, it leads me into like suppressing my issues and helping other people. And then once I'm done helping that other person, I still have to deal with my own issues. And so it just like suppresses them and covers them, but doesn't necessarily get rid of them, if that makes sense. Let's talk about the psych ward. I think I mentioned before when I tried to do this video before, that I personally took myself into the psych ward. What you would expect going into a psych ward, at least the one that I was in, was you cannot have anything with you. I had to wear disposable underwear. I could not have my moonstone necklace. I still don't have it. I lost it going through this process. You can't have any jewelry unless you know that you're going there. You can pack certain things, but I had no clue that I was going to be there. So I was there for 3 days without my own clothes, with no makeup on. I came in with a bunch of makeup on my face. I do my makeup so well that it lasted a good day or two, but I didn't want to go to sleep with makeup on my face, so I asked them for Vaseline. The ward that I was in was very, very friendly. I was in a psych ward with a lot of bipolar patients, anxiety, and depression. I wasn't the youngest, but I was amongst the youngest, and I was there for the shortest amount of time. I was there for 3 days because I had personally put myself into the psych ward. I did not want to hurt myself or even have those thoughts anymore. So I personally put myself into the psych ward because I was a danger to myself. Not anyone else, but myself. And I wanted to get better. I felt like I kept suppressing my issues and like falling in love with different people in order to like cope with my issues. So I wanted to just dead the issues and just go seek the help that I needed. I was only there for 3 days. Looking back at it, I was worried about the wrong things, and that pushed me to just leave early. I'm still dealing with a lot of stuff within myself but it's a lot better. I'm not at all like super stressed out about it anymore. Salem, especially because, but I also have this dog back here that I have to take care of. I couldn't spend a month in the psych ward. So that's what I did. I got myself together so that I can come back to her. I can go back to school. I can go back to making music because those are my coping mechanisms. And being cooped up without a phone, and away from society was not going to help me. It felt like I was being suffocated. But also you're going to have amazing nurses. Well, at least I had some amazing nurses. As long as you're cooperative with everybody, it should be fine. They do give you like set things like group activities to do. It's up to you whether or not you want to go to them, or at least it was up to me whether or not I wanted to go to them. For my first day in the psych ward, I slept the whole entire time. I made friends towards the end of my psych ward visit. I became really cool with the people there. It's a lot of amazing, beautiful people in a psych ward. And it's sad that you have to get to a point like that. But you know, the worst battles are given to God's most special angels. They helped me a lot while I was in the psych ward. It meant a lot to me to have him there every step of the way. And to have him be so supportive of me in my transition and in my state, because my mind was in a very dark place. To have his positivity come and like really help me was a blessing. And I thank him and I owe him my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an amazing guy. And yeah, so let me see what else. I'm very aware of myself, and I think that's another reason why I got out of the psych ward so fast. I'm very aware of the things that I need to fix, the things that I'm worried about, and what my issues are. And because of that, I was able to I'm a solution finder. I'm not like a person that's going to dwell in a problem. I need to find a solution. So for me, when I went into the psych ward, I immediately said, I need a therapist. I need to talk to someone. I need a therapist. I need to talk to someone. I do not need medicine. Like, I came in with a solution. I didn't come in like, oh my God, I need help finding a solution. I already knew. So that's why I got out of the psych ward so fast. See, that's why mommy home. That's why mommy home. That's going to be your biggest friend if you just need, like, if you're thinking about, listen, if you are not mentally stable, okay, and if you are suicidal at this very moment, and if you are thinking of doing things to yourself, call 911 and get the help that you need. It is not straitjackets. It is not as bad as people may make it think, may make you feel like it is, to get help, because not all the time will basic remedies help. Sometimes you need to be isolated. And I am a huge advocate about taking yourself into the psych ward, because it sounds bad, but it really isn't. It really helps. Food is not great. It's hospital food. I wore clothes that they had from like donations and stuff, or I wore like the scrubs and disposable panties. Okay, so now let's talk about why getting help is so important. Getting help is so important in all communities, but especially in the Black community, because we like to suppress our issues. I feel like we don't talk about our issues that much. We are told that we have to be strong, and yes, we do. We are strong individuals, but sometimes we need a little help and we need a little push. And it's not, don't be ashamed of needing that help. Don't be ashamed of getting that little push. Don't be ashamed of doing all those things, because it's very important to stay aware of yourself in order for your health to be better. So it is very important to get help, and it's very important to stay consistent. One of my problems is staying consistent with like live chats with my therapist, because I find that I can do that from the comfort of my home, and it's still a way of coping and talking to someone who can help me. So yeah, it is very important to get help, regardless of, this is for yourself. This is not for everybody else. So if you need to talk about it, then you talk about it. You write about it, you sing about it, you preach about it. Okay? This is for yourself. This is not for everybody else. It doesn't matter how everybody may think or feel about you. This is about your mental health, your mental health. You are living your life for yourself. You're not living your life for anybody else. You don't need anybody else to like you. You don't need nobody else to go with you. You don't need any friends to do this. You came into this world to make sure that yourself and your soul is okay. It is very important to go get help. If you are thinking about ending your life is way more important than anything else. God put you here for a reason. You need to be here. I need to see you. You need to be here. We need to be back here next week watching another video and talking, you know what I'm saying? So if you truly, even if you need to talk to me, I'll leave my email address below and I will, you know, talk to you if you need me to. I'm here to give advice on things that I've learned on my own. No one taught me this. I learned all this stuff on my own. I became self-aware on my own. So I'm here to just share my story and hopefully help somebody else in the same predicament. College students, adults with huge stressors, like, listen, take some you time. And if you guys need me to make another video of like ways that you can do some you time or like some me time, some stress relievers, then we can do that. But I just wanted to share my experience with you guys and let you guys know that the psych ward isn't that bad. It's here for your help, and here for your benefit. So take advantage of it. It's not a scary place, for real. You're around people with the same issues as you, or even worse issues than you, and it makes you realize that your life isn't that bad, and that everything is going to be okay, and that you're going to be fine. So yeah. I love you guys so much. Like I said, if you guys want to talk to me or need some advice or anything like that, I'll leave my email address below. So just comment, rate, subscribe, like, and share, because this video might help somebody else you don't know. Everybody's going through their own stuff, so hopefully this video helped in some way. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I'm just here to share my experiences with you guys and let you guys know that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's always dark before it becomes light. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Bye.